Maru continues push for human resource. Court refused fourth bail attempt by Kange and PNG journalists receive training on statistics.
This is National MTV News with Helen Sayer.
Good evening and welcome to Saturday's news. It was a busy week for the member for Yanguru Sausia and Minister for Trade, Commerce and Industry Richard Maru. He was in his electorate to open several school projects which he anticipates will equip the human resource for the good of the district. It was more or less Education Week in Yanguru Sausia in the East Sepik province. Minister Maru made several stops at various schools to open brand new classrooms. On Tuesday, it was the Kukawi Ambokon Elementary School classroom in West Yanguru. On Wednesday, it was the opening of the Negri Primary School's 4-in-1 classroom block in East Yanguru. And on Thursday, Minister Maru officiated at the opening of a double classroom at the St. Mary's Turingi School in the Sausia LLG. All the classrooms were funded by the district.
You can see clearly how our DSIPs at work in our district. And we have spent over 3 million every single year since I got elected into Parliament in building teachers' houses and modern classrooms.
With the many infrastructure developments happening in his electorate, Minister Maru constantly reminds communities to uphold law and order.
Minister Maru said the huge investment in education is consistent with the district's plan to be the leader in the East Sepik province and the country in terms of producing top academic results.
We've got a rich history of producing some of the best brains in this country, and as member and leader of the Young Social People, we're investing again in education in a very, very big way to ensure that we have a high number of students coming through our school system in our district who do very, very well academically.
The message was the same at all the schools, and that was education is key to success in life.
Minister Maru says the two utmost priorities of his Yanguru Sausia district are God and education. Deli Waigeno, National MTV News, Wewak. Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare has made a statement in response to recent reports from Singapore allegedly implicating him in matters of bribery. In a short statement sent to the media today, Sir Michael said that a court case had found 2 persons in Singapore guilty of money laundering offences and subsequently had named him as a recipient of some funds. Sir Michael said he has taken steps to get clarification and legal advice on the matter and had consulted his family on the next steps to take. He also offered an apology to the people of PNG and the people of East Sepik and his family for what he describes as the shame and embarrassment these reports may have caused. The National and Supreme Courts in Port Moresby have refused a bail application from Felix Kange for the 4th time. Kange's lawyer Frederick Lunge made the application on welfare grounds, submitting that Kange needed to take care of his daughter in Australia and son in PNG. However, the application was denied by a 3-man bench. Kange was accused to have murdered his wife in May this year at their family home in Port Moresby.
The application was made on Thursday before Justice Amber Nkandakasi, Justice Alan David and Justice William O'Neill. It was submitted on welfare grounds for Kange's 2 children, but the courts refused the application because it was not satisfied with the submissions. Police alleged that Kange shot his wife with a pistol on the night of May 14th. He was charged with murder and is in police custody. An additional charge was laid against him for escaping lawful custody. The matter is still undergoing criminal proceedings before the Waigani Committal Court. The other 3 applications for bail were also refused because of the seriousness of the charge and the possibility of Kange interfering with state witnesses in the investigations. Thekla Gunga, National MTV News.
Organizers of Mosby Arts Theatre Pride program were happy to receive support from an Australian company to continue the program. Company representative of management consultant company Palladium was at the Mosby Arts Theatre during the last day of the Pride program to announce the financial support. The announcement was witnessed by MAT President Maya Papal.
It's great to be able to support the young people of Papua New Guinea, improving their acting skills, improving their ability and their confidence to stand up and speak out, and improving their leadership. I just want to say that, standing up and speaking out in front of people isn't something that just happens on the stage. Yeah, it's something that happens in the school, in your sports, in your community, and in life. Okay, so take that confidence and take the things that you've learnt here and make sure you stand up and speak out when you feel it's right.
More local stories after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. 15 journalists in PNG were privileged to be trained by the Thomson Reuters Foundation last week. The training involved how to effectively use statistics when developing stories and how to discuss global issues in the PNG context. The week-long training was organized by the Media Council of PNG with the support of the United Nations.
So we are really pleased to be able to support you in this training, and we look forward to hearing informally from you about how you're using the training to make even better media reports for Papua New Guinea. Let's raise the profile of PNG, all of the good and all of the less good things that are happening, which will lead to better outcomes for people's lives.
Families of the missing persons in the autonomous region of Bougainville want the International Day of the Disappeared be gazetted as a public holiday. In the missing persons event in Bougainville this week, families requested if the autonomous Bougainville government would declare this as a public holiday in the autonomous region because the civil war affected all Bougainvillians. Marceline Kokiai, who is the Central Bougainville woman representative in the ABG, says the International Day of the Disappeared coincides with the day the Bougainville Peace Agreement was signed. These two events are all about Bougainville's destiny to referendum. The Financial Inclusion Initiative by the Bank of Papua New Guinea has reached some rural villages in Jiwaka province. After weeks of financial training, specifically on saving and budgeting, thousands of villagers from Kartanim graduated at a ceremony yesterday.
Around 4,000 villagers graduated here at the Kartanim village in the Jiwaka province for the financial inclusion mass graduation. Now, this is the first time a graduation of this magnitude has happened here in Jiwaka involving financial inclusion education. The majority of those that graduated were high school students from surrounding villages who were taught the basics of saving and budgeting money. And swiftly after the graduation ceremony, 500 students opened bank accounts with financial institutions that were present at the graduation. These included Bank South Pacific, People's Microbank, and Nationwide Microbank. The central bank, through the Center for Excellence in Financial Inclusion, purposefully targeted school-aged children in order for them to develop a savings mentality at a young age.
I think if we really wanted to change the lives of the people, we have to make sure that they become part and parcel of the formal economy of the country. So in that process, what we basically say is that they have to start using the existing financial infrastructure and also to have basic knowledge of what money is, how to use it, how to save, and also to do a small household budgets and planning process.
The Financial Inclusion Initiative has thus far graduated some 130,000 villages, exceeding the initial target.
This is 4,000 people that we presented certificates. It's a very big number. We've done that in a number of other places as well. So we had an initial target of 120,000 to reach by this, with this number that we graduated today. The number now will have gone up to, I think, over 130,000.
The Anjarari National MTV News.
Trukai Sports is next. Stay tuned for details.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Lace Next Tigers have beaten defending champions Rebel Egmak Gurias 14 points to 8 to claim a victory in the 2016 Intercity Cup Championships. The grand final match played in Port Moresby saw the Tigers establish an 8-point lead in the first half. In the second half, Tigers were the first to score and maintained the lead. Gurias also scored in the second half but did not collect enough points to win the match. The Basketball Federation of PNG has selected 2 of its participants to be part of the FIBA Oceania Youth Leadership Program to be held on Australia's Gold Coast. PNG High Performance Centre Director Aaron Alsop, who will also be on hand to help Basketball PNG at the Youth Leadership Program, congratulated the Federation on their participation. The Youth Leadership Camp started yesterday and will end on the 11th of this month. Godwin Eki reports.
Director for PNG High Performance Centre of Excellence, Aaron Alsop, left the country yesterday with 2 representatives from the PNG Basketball Federation to attend the Oceania Youth Leadership Camp.
It's amazing to see now the momentum that basketball's got leading after the Pacific Games, and the team's doing quite well in terms of their performances there. We've got some good youth there in the programs. And
PNG Basketball Executive Officer Joel Kalu said PNG athletes rarely get exposed to the type of training and the intensity levels associated with it, so to have our junior players participate in the Youth Leadership Camp is great, not only for themselves as individuals, but also for the sport in the country. A major part of the camp is also the development of leadership skills, so upon returning to the country, players can step up as role models and make a positive difference in their communities. At the camp, all players will be given the opportunity to learn directly from some of Australia's basketball legends, where coaches will be assisted by both former and current Australian basketball stars in ensuring exposure is given to elite basketball players from the Pacific. Alsop said the interest of sports in the country had increased rapidly in the lead-up to the 2015 Pacific Games and with the launch of the PNG first ever high-performance centre in the country.
We really support these sort of opportunities where it's not only just the training and that sort of athletic preparation and the education that they're doing, but it's about developing the Pacific leaders that we do have in this sport, of the case of basketball.
Godwin Eki, National MTV Sports.
PNG High Performance Centre of Excellence has now embarked on its new sports leadership program for both athletes and coaches around the country. Athletes and coaches can now further their skills in sports education in Gold Coast, Australia. This initiative is in collaboration with Gold Coast City Council, Griffith University and PNG High Performance Centre of Excellence.
The Sports Leadership Program was launched and witnessed by Minister for Sports Justin Chichenko and Peter Siemalili Jr., CEO of PNG Sports Foundation. Director of PNG High Performance Centre, Aaron Alsop, said the program is to help both athletes and coaches around the country to further their education in sports and other areas within sports, and by attending such workshops provided will help upskill our sportsmen and women to not only teach what they learn here in the country, but also use the skills they learn overseas and within the region.
What we're launching to do here is that enhancing the work that our team does on a daily basis about developing leadership within our athletes and coaches. We know the national federations do a great job in leading the sports, And what we're trying to do is develop more leadership capacity within the sports itself.
Set us back one step, but we go forward 10 steps because we're looking forward to the future of where sport will take us to the next level in many different ways, and this is one of them. Educating, training our people in leadership roles to then assist us to take sport at another level that we've never been before.
Both Suluweti Tarasomo, coach performance manager, and sports science manager Tom Frost from PNG High Performance Center of Excellence also described the new program as a way forward for PNG athletes and coaches.
We have Griffith University that are coming along to assist us, teaching us a little bit about some new sports technologies, some different performance culture, things that we want to breed into the athletes here, performance psychology, so helping out our athlete welfare department with the performance psychology side of things, building up resilience in our athletes, those sort of things.
It's mainly to do with coaches, so I think we've neglected coaches for quite a while now. So what we're doing is I'm just putting up a program together, and we'll be meeting with NFs to get them to sell what we're doing to them, because they choose their coaches, and then we kind of identify them, they bring them to us, we put them on a program, so we get them from the provincial level up to the national and into the international arena. So
Godbineki, National EMTV Sports.
True Guys Sports ends here. The weather details when we come back.
True Guys Sports. True Guys Sports.
The weather details are proudly brought to you by Dulux Weather Shield. Worth doing with Dulux.
Your weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow: in the southern region, cloudy chance of a shower or two in Port Moresby, coastal showers in Kerema, and thundery showers in Alotau, Daru, and Popondetta. In the Momase region, thundery showers in Ley, fine although cloudy in Medang, fine in Wewak, and passing showers in Vanimo. In the Islands region, fine in Lorengau and Kimbe, cloudy chance of passing rain and showers in Kavieng, fine although cloudy in Kokopo and Rebao, and a shower or two in Buka. And in the Highlands region, cloudy in all centers.
The weather details are proudly brought to you by Dulux Weather Shield. Worth doing with Dulux.